the regular
Let's go.
season, Chip was
Game
always
kedua
banned
bang ya.
100%, right? So
Antara Onyx
before
versus
he
TNC
was
di
there,
sini.
Chip Lunox is actually
Akhirnya
a sure win
Onyx
combo.
mengeluarkan
For the hotness.
hero signature mereka.
Even the chip and its new ultimate
Terus
has that
dengan
brief
Gatot,
stun.
King Kong
And
dengan
with
Lancelotnya.
whatever amount of time you're able to provide to a Lunox, especially a Lunox who's able to scale, is going to be crucial for him or her to actually
Tapi
burst
kali
down these
ini
heroes. So
dia nggak
I think
pakai
they're going to be
Chow
able to
Godland.
manage things
Dia pakai
pretty well. But again, not
Bane
much
Godland bang ya.
interactions for now.
Yeah. Because if you play the shortcut, you're technically on top of the target or the entire enemy team. So you don't expend so much of your mobility as the Lunox. That's why it's a nasty combo. And of course, you have a lot of OHKO potential.
Uh-oh. In comes
Hey,
Zaida,
dicoba
catches
langsung.
Kelra.
God.
Hilang
First
bos
blood
Kelra
on
nya.
the gold standard. Benny Cutie feeling himself. Look at that.
Oh my
He
God.
spit on that thing.
He just
Oh.
flickered in front of Kelra just like that.
Oh, that's me and RG.
Oh my God.
Take it
Would-
from Leo.
You're gonna love that. You're
Would do,
gonna love
Benny.
that.
I like.
Rapid boots again for Super Friends. But that was such a great start for TNC. Kazaida again with the first blood.
A replay of what we saw yesterday when it was actually, it was Dominic with a solo kill onto his opponent in the
Look
gold
at
lane.
him.
Yeah, that's a straight up the Bane. It's just so strong when it comes to early game damage.
Yeah, Bane isn't even really a melee hero.
Exactly.
With his enhanced attacks,
Waduh, nge-lag bos.
And his life just keeps coming back. Like you could say the same for the Lunox.
Jangan
Look
nge-lag
at that.
dong Indie
Uh-oh.
Home.
Oh,
big rotation from Onyx. Moving up top, King Kong stealing away that crab.
yeah. Chaknu's holding this brush
Tatar
really well
pertama.
though. Brusco will get to check it, however.
Okay, so here's the question, because I think my answer here is yes. Before I ask the question, do we consider Chip as a
Di
catch
level
hit?
4 Brusco-nya.
So yes.
Yes. Thank you for
How about
spoiling the
you?
answer.
Let's see. Chakno not at level 4 just yet. The
Bisa,
Mount Joker, the final
pu.
slash. Take it out, Kirk. Friends with the covering fire, not enough.
Yeah.
Oh, down bottom though. Kelra throwing everything with the kitchen sink at Benny to clear the wave.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. The catch coming up. AOG disincentivizing the engagement. King Kong with the Phantom Execution on out. TSC still holding their ground.
Oh, Benny Cutie's here too, though. He will be joining this
He
fight.
will be joining the fight.
Ada
Oh,
pulse
no.
di sana bang ya.
At least it doesn't. Okay, but still not
Pause,
that much of a
pause.
lead
Jangan pause
in
lagi dong.
TNC's hands. Onyx did take the first objective, so that's that. But we haven't seen a successful shortcut from Chaknu just yet. Every single time Onyx are just able to avoid it and fight back.
And it's literally just Onyx neutralizing the attempts from TNC by surviving,
Yeah.
utilizing Brusco's ultimate to get out.
Yeah.
And apparently that is all they needed
King
to
Kong-nya memimpin
reestablish
level 8.
the control of the map. Lancelot
Memang
is
kalau King Kong
lead-
pakai
it's not
Lancelot
actually leading,
nggak
but at least
diragukan lagi sih.
it's even up.
This is dirty. You see how Kelra learned so quickly?
Mistake-nya
From his
cuma
losses.
Okay.
5% doang
He
nih.
smelt something was afoot, and I think there was a Mount Shocker used by Zaida, so he hid behind the turret. Like, nope, not happening again.
Yeah. You
I
cannot
know you
afford
too
it.
well. I've seen this movie before.
Nice try, Justin.
That's very just.
Luar biasa kontrol dari
I see you and Benedict.
skill Lancelot dia bang.
The first time was too much. But at least now Chaknu gets to prepare for this potential objective. Although again, they really have to take note of the AOG. The
Bane-nya langsung holy
AOG
crystal kayaknya.
could be that go-to answer for
Wow.
Onyx.
Sepatu aja nggak ada.
Wait,
Holy Crystal only. No boots. Well, I mean, technically speaking, he will not need it because with the shortcut pop.
Waduh,
Okay, yeah. Holy
Battle
Crystal,
ng
don't
kedua.
try this at home, boys.
It shouldn't be much of a problem, because all the Bane needs to do is farm up a little gold to get the
kayaknya
arcane
free
boots, and
ini
he's
untuk
good.
King Kong.
That's a low cost and
no contest.
nothing much. Is this a conscious effort from TNC? Did they make this call to just, yeah, don't contest?
But there were no trades on any other side of the map. Because even Zaida, it wasn't necessarily a farm, or he wasn't necessarily farming on Onyx side.
I have no answer, everyone. I think the TNC's just, are they shell-shocked after that pause? Because it kind of felt like they've lost all of their playmaking, faculties.
Yeah.
After that play, because they are playing so passively. From a team that actually led in the early game by a substantial amount, it would have been disastrous for Onyx if TNC just bullied them out of this game, but the Onyx have recovered.
Whoop, there's a Mount Shocker.
Dicoba kah?
TNC knows there's 4 members here. Chaknu comes through the white walk. Jumps in.
Belum
sets up
masuk
a
ke dalam
shortcut.
dia.
Where is it?
Now it's a flicker.
Yeah,
He just flickered in and then nothing came out.
he couldn't press it at all.
TNC is making odd decisions in the first 5 minutes of this game. Brusco gets the taunt on a 3-mar.
What a dodge.
Oh, there's nothing on it, but hey, this was all for that split push.
Yeah.
Zaida gets the top lane tier 1.
Oh, they have trapped
Bottom
Benny.
though, that is the
Mati
blazing
dong.
duet. Benny flickers into his own
4
death.
orang,
Kirk was waiting
5
for him.
orang langsung ke situ kan.
Outside, Kelra gets his comeuppance.
Hey.
In goes another fight. The AOG, Brusco in the middle of it all.
Free gitu parsanya, Bang.
In the safety of that brush. Nothing so far. Finally a trade for Kelra. 3-mar finds his head. And still a beneficial trade for the Super Fam.
What a fight for Onyx Philippines. First, that trap that was laid out, Benny Cutie was just
Parsanya
surrounded.
free.
No one to help him out. Onyx immediately eliminates the Bane. They recall to his face, and when the chip went there for the team fight, Onyx was just so free. Farsa from the backline. Super Prince did not have any contention. He played this whole combo of the
Mau
Feather
bikin
Airstrike,
Holy Crystal
launching
lagi
down
deh.
the members of TNC, and now
Kelamaan
Onyx
nggak
Philippines
sih
have the
itu?
lead.
And I'm still thinking if Chaknu knew that there were 3 members of Onyx in that rush. Because he flickered in a bit too confidently.
He obviously knew because the Onyx actually planted themselves in that spot. They just killed the Bane a few
Yeah.
seconds before that fight happened.
So we are seemingly seeing
goodness.
a sequence of questionable or weird
Very
decisions.
questionable.
5 orang
Chaknu
itu.
trying to sidestep him.
Oh, what a dodge again.
Gets out of there with
Oh,
a
wow,
wide walk.
okay.
Goes to the other side. Still concedes that
Okay.
turret to Onyx.
Okay.
The TNC are
Apa itu?
moving around.
no.
Weird. Lancey gets caught, forced to use that brilliance. And a push by Benny down bottom.
Okay.
Man, the dodges from Onyx Philippines. Everybody's just trying to outplay their opponents.
Jebol.
Like, how about that flicker coming out from Super Prince? Super quick.
Yeah, it feels like TNC's running out of gas. All of their attempts to look for targets, to look for mini stuns or setups, massive setups are not working. Not even 3-mar,
Mati dong.
who we know to be very consistent. Oh, Chaknu flickering
Chaknu
in.
flickers forward, presses a shortcut, but at the point of his engagement,
kena
speaking
dua
of
dong.
engagement, here comes Brusco, finds the Mamba, plus the
Hilang
blade in the
udah.
wet.
3 orang.
Yeah! K&K are back, baby. 3 free kills for Onyx.
Oh, Benny just cleared the
Oh,
wave
you're
in
surrounded
mid.
again.
Dia jam atas bawah.
Not my boy, not the Bane. 4 free kills for Onyx.
I cannot with the recalls.
Oh, Zaida stealing away a purple buff. The only thing that he can do for the trade.
Balas deh,
as the rest of
dam
his teammates
killernya.
being pummeled by Onyx Philippines. Brigida, you were talking about TNC running out of gas. I think they never run out of gas. I think they just didn't fire the cylinder.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now it's clear that Onyx in the lead, a 5k gold lead. All that TNC's has been doing was just looking for trades, was relying on Benny and Zaida.
Dia
And this is not
mana?
the TNC we know from game number 1. TNC, they kept looking for team fights, but this is the complete opposite.
You know what? I just think they're spending too much time looking and they're not actually engaging, or the ones that they find aren't the best decisions to get. So they've wasted the better part of the 10-minute game so far.
100%.
Kirknya
Again,
memeriksa
they
itu.
have all the fuel they needed, especially after getting the kill onto Kelra.
Diperiksa
A
Kirk
good
semua.
early game for TNC, but they
Di
never
mana
stepped
chipnya?
on that gas pedal and never really utilized
ketahuan
everything they
udah.
have. Now they're in big trouble.
Mati udah.
Might be a free kill.
It
and
is.
it is. Didn't even bother to press a shortcut. Moments of indecision like that, you can't show those signs of weakness to a team like Onyx.
Yep, and that's a chip with a fleeting time first item. So it goes to explain why we get to see him being sort of a frail target for Onyx, and it's no doubt one of the easiest things to do for Onyx at this point.
Looking really bad for TNC, and I think that this is not the draft's fault. This is not the players' fault. I think this is overall a team fault where they're just not fighting. And the complete reverse, there's Onyx. Even after trailing behind, they just blitz the turtle. they kept on getting the important kills as well as the important farm on King Kong as well.
Okay, glass half full moment here for
Okay.
TNC. They have really good wave clear.
Yeah.
They
That's
can
also
defend
true.
in their base and hold the high ground
Yep.
for a good 20 days. Like, they're
That's-
fine.
Yeah.
They can
Fine.
keep this going, but big question still, WHY. Why do you keep on engaging on weird angles, and what are you looking for?
Yeah, at this point, TNC, I'm really feeling like the best way to go is to prolong and rely on that wave clear, because eventually there are just so many macro plays you can do. But
Oh,
hold on!
the AOG, the feathered airstrike, everything but the
masuk ke dalam.
kitchen sink. They respond with a
Betutnya.
deadly catch.
Kejauhan gak sih?
Rusko gets popped by Bene. Kirk falls down as well, and none fall for TNC.
It's not just the wave clear, the damage output's pretty reliable too. Chakno chasing after
The
Kelra.
Mamba going hunting, forcing a BMI out of Kelra. The gold standard skedaddles.
And Chakno did not have the flicker or missed it the first time.
Kelamaan
As well, the
chipnya.
Philippines felt that they can back down. And the biggest thing about that for TNC is that they did not lose their inhibitor turret. Fortunately for Onyx, they have amassed enough lead so that meltdown will not actually affect their economy that much. In fact, King Kong got out alive as well as Kelra, so they're fine. Only the two members of Onyx Philippines that have the license to die have died in that team fight. So
Uh-oh. In comes King Kong, uses the
Oh my
retribution.
God.
Finding a kill on the
Mm.
back. They trade
Tapi dia tak
though.
mati
They
dong.
trade 1-for-1.
Oh, the timing of the deadly
what
catch!
a deadly catch, but what a final slash as well from 3Mar, canceling the Phantom Slash. That would have been the killer, the initial killer for Benny Cutie. And by the way, my goodness, that skill to coming up from the Bane,
Yep.
who's
Yep.
already half HP, and then we want to fold just by popping one skill? Come on,
That's the ale.
that's the ale. That should not be allowed.
That's his baba. His little juice box.
The amount of sustain on this Bane. But at least now we get to see TNC get out of their base,
Oh,
put themselves a bit more further in the map.
a little sneaky steal. Chaknu here, spotted by Brusco.
Yeah.
Not gonna engage, not a good angle for TNC. This I agree with. You know, these kinds of
Tuh, pure
engagements,
prince natin
I
yang
would
itu
let
bang.
them play footsies,
Damage-nya.
but
Yeah.
for the first 10 minutes,
Free
there were a
terus dia
lot
loh.
of lost opportunities.
TNC have sliced the deficit back to just 3,300 gold. It's still a pretty good deficit for, pretty bad deficit, I mean, for TNC to work with.
Good
But
advantage for Onyx.
Yeah.
Good advantage for Onyx. At the same time, though, you're looking at Kelra with 9.5 thousand already up with the Trinity and this Winter Crown, which then will be used later on, so that his Blazing Duet will not be cancelled by a deadly catch that
Yeah.
could be preemptively popped by Benny Cutie. What he can do is just to barge in, pop the Blazing Duet, and then pop the Winter Crown before he gets knocked up by the deadly catch.
Yeah, Benny Cutie's up top though. And now they're
Chakno
gonna
with the
know.
conceal.
Mountain Shocker starting
Hey,
up
di
the
flickery.
on a Super Prince, a shortcut. Called in, here comes the cavalry, and by that, I mean the Phoenix Army. Brrr, yeah, the answer, Chaknu falls.
Mati
And
dong.
they're still trading. Down goes Bene. That may have been it. Way too
Tiga
many.
hilang,
TNC
bos.
has lost. 3 for none. Onyx rolling on them.
Endong.
It was clear who Chaknu wanted.
3 lawan 5.
But Super Frizz was just too quick to react.
He wasn't having any of it. Onyx are now inside the base. They take down that mid lane inhibitor. It may be too late for TNC to crawl back into a position of power. They can defend, yes, but the damage has been done.
A wise woman named Ice once said timing is everything. And Chakno
Nggak mau
unfortunately
maksa.
did not time the ultimate properly because King Kong was already bursting down the Lord. And had it been that TNC were faster, a little bit faster, Zaida would have been there to contest, but it won.
Oh,
Feathered airstrike by Super Prince, chopping Zaida down to a quarter of his health. The Lord takes down that top lane inhibitor. 2 lanes, 2 arteries bleeding straight for TNC. Their base exposed. They do take care of the Lord, but Onyx are still looking at a 7,000 gold lead.
yep. TNC couldn't force any fights. Final Slash was already used previously. And at least for them, Kirk also didn't have the flicker. There was no way he could
Oh!
go in with a dark
Chakno.
wave.
Dangerous grass.
That's a feint.
Oh no.
That's a feint right there.
Ooh.
Onyx knows what's up. Onyx
Di,
knows there is a
di
mamba in their
konsili.
midst.
Langsung
Yep.
Oh man, dangerous
Mundur
grass would
semua.
have been really good for the chip. But Kelra always a really good Claude and marksman player. Always looking for angles to look for, utilizing the Art of Thievery
He
to check the
knows.
extra bushes that we have.
Oh, look at the patience. Chaknu
There.
served up on a silver platter. Super Prince finds him, forces out the Winter Crown.
Langsung
Here comes the
di-winteri
rest of
dong.
them, and King Kong taking care of business.
Di bait
Kelra
Super
with a
Prince.
blazing duet. Taken down 3 more real quick. But Chaknu does survive. Still a painful loss for
Yun ang
TNC
kapatid.
despite all the setup.
Yep, they tried. They really wanted to go for Super Prince. And who would have thought that Super Prince 2 had a Winter Crown? Because everything seemed to be going so well for
Winter dong.
TNC. Fortunately for them, the Blazing Duet also wasn't committed around these members near the base. And just 3 more, but it looked really tough for them. There's no easy engage for TNC at this point.
But to be fair for TNC, despite them struggling in the entirety of the mid game, right now struggling again, 6.7 thousand gold in for Onyx, and they don't have their inhibitor turrets. I wouldn't say that they don't have a shot. They still have that magical defense that they have.
17 menit.
I mean, not actual magic defense, but magical ways of clearing the waves. With his Bane, with his Lunox, Isenchin as well can split push. They can also go for the
Lo lo lo
dangerous
lo lo
glass
lo lo.
away.
Dilepas
Whoa,
gitu
whoa,
ya
whoa,
kan.
whoa.
They're too far out, but Chakno is the key here.
What's the
But the
plan?
burst down on the Lord is too quick. Chakno again, timing
Hmm,
is not
dikejar
going to
udah.
be in his favor.
Okay. Oh, wait, is this a bait? AOG committed by Brusco. Chaknu buying time. Chaknu reverting, turning around, looking for that shortcut. Sends in a couple of people. Mount Sharker the tail end. Third
Mana
rolls out of
binnya?
King Kong. Super Prince with a better air strike. Kirk in the front line. Jumping inside against Immortality Pop. And there's a yeah from Kelra. Down goes Kirk. Chaknu gets a freeze. King Kong falls. TNT are clapping back. Brusco with a conceal. Retreating back. 2 for none.
Hilang
TNC find
dua
a
Onyx-nya.
turn.
They actually survived that. None of them went down. And now they're able to defend this Lord. All the while they took out 2 members from Onyx.
Oh my goodness, and they can defend for sure. Smartly, TNC will not overextend their hand in the bottom lane. They have taken out 2 members of Onyx masterfully well. With Chakno just baiting out the members of Onyx, and Onyx were indecisive. They really thought about like re-engaging after missing the AOG, and they whiffed so badly that TNC were able to take them apart. This Lord Blitz coming out from Onyx was really good, but it did not work in their favor because Chakno was playing mind games.
Yeah, and I just have to say they were so close to taking out Zyda. But Zyda had a quick
Gokil
buy
ditahan
of an
TNC-nya
Immortality
loh.
too.
That's right.
So he was able to just keep repositioning, getting back HP. And just when we thought that they were going to pursue that base turret up top, they just decided
Tapi
to join.
orang
And
TNC ngelot udah
now
susah ini ya.
TNC is the one winning the team fight. So they just had to wait.
This is looking to be a close game after a very one-sided game for Onyx.
Yeah.
And TNC, I still feel like they have to play decisively, and they should be the ones to be in charge of the team fights. They should be the ones starting the team fights. They should be the ones looking for a good angle, and they have been doing so in the past 2 minutes. But if they repeat what they did in the early game, being very passive, being indecisive, I mean, it will not work
Pakai
well for
apa
them.
dia?
Oh, Divine Glaive pickup for Super Prince. Lancy too, already complete in his item builds, but Onyx are really holding this brush. So they will be waiting a bit longer, especially
Pakai
possibly
Bull
for the
Athena,
upcoming
kill Raiwa.
objective. By the way, I hope you scanned the QR code. You get a chance to win 1,000 diamonds right there. But these are the items we're looking at right now.
Twilight armor coming out from the Phoveus that allow him to be way tankier for front lines. I think you can pick up the Winter Crown if you're Kirk. In fact, any of the members here of Onyx can pick up the Winter
Yeah.
Crown eventually. But we are at the point where it's almost equalized. If we get to the 23-minute mark, it's literally equalized. But I think right now we can say that this gold lead that Onyx has held for quite a long time now, which has been, it's literally nothing
It's
right now.
gone.
It's gone in the wind.
Exterminated.
Ini
And
dia
if they can just
Lordnya.
keep managing the waves, they can rely on Chaknu to catch up
Okay.
to the fight.
This is a good tempo for Chakno.
Di
Here we
flickeri
go.
dong.
The shortcut called in. 3 Marzaida come
Miss.
through. The Mount Sharker put on the Brusco.
Miss sudah.
King Kong forced a dash out. The brilliance from Lancy might not have been the engagement they were looking for. Chakno had to spend his flicker to get there.
Gak ada
That
lagi ulti
is
hit.
That looked to be a really good timing for TNC, honestly, but the execution was a little bit weird. Lancey as well as
Super Prince-nya itu loh
yeah,
lo
Lancey overall
apanya
did not come
posisinya.
with the chip, and when he popped the brilliance, it's like he did nothing.
Lo.
Keller just BMI'd out.
Penny Cutie.
This is a good window of opportunity for on TNC because Keller has no purifying. Chaknu though!
Oh.
Madagan burst, drops that shortcut through. In comes a brilliance from Lancey, dashing on out, forcing a feathered
Benny?
airstrike. Back lane, Benny Cutie
Oh my
already
God.
used the deadly catch and he's in trouble.
Lah,
Gets popped.
bisa jauh
A
kali
moment of
gitu.
weakness. Lancey falls as well. It's gone sideways for TNC.
Yep, they have to retreat now. They lost Benny, they lost Lancey. Two major heroes
40
who
detik.
could deliver the damage and defense.
Benny Cutie, although it looked like a whiff from him, I would say that that was an actually good, nice play
Lord
coming
menit
out
21
from the
udah agak
from the
susah
bait,
sini.
but King Kong just popped the thorn rose to dodge the entire deadly catch, punishing Benny Cutie, and now both the wave clear of TNC are
20
out.
detik
Yeah.
lagi, sempat kah?
This is gonna be hard. No base turrets left.
Oh no. Mount Shocker by Zaida. Kirk, the front liner jumping in. Brusco still has a AOG off cooldown. Waves are crashing in. TNC, they need maybe 6 or 7 more seconds for the two mages to come through. The shortcut. Kelra use the blazing duet. The waves are within range. In comes Benny. I think they're out of this. I think they're good. And in comes
Loh, mati Kelra.
Kelra. The Lord escorting these waves.
Harus
3
mundur,
more
harus mundur
damage to
TNC-nya.
Kirk. Very low feathered airstrike covering fire from Super
Harus mundur.
Prince. 3 Mar gets his immortality pop.
Karena
Gets his
Lordnya
Balron,
udah kuat kali
gets
nih.
taken out 1 for 1. They're still inside the base. AOG from Brusco. Takes a lot of damage. The base
And-
still getting hit here. They're getting pushed out. The Lord is going to take care of. The deadly catch clears
Nggak
it.
my
bisa,
goodness,
He's
bos.
still in the game.
They still get to
What the hell,
defend.
bro?
Even when things look like they were so close to Onyx ending the game.
Oh my god.
Defense of a lifetime for TNC.
Yeah, and 3mar, he definitely was the sacrifice in that scenario.
They-
But he killed Kelra.
They had to wait for so much time for Benny Cutie as well as Lancey to respawn. Unfortunately for TNC, the Lord marched way too late as Onyx have failed the attempt on the push. Kelra dying, Chakno already prepared for a
Kuat
potential
kali, oh.
shortcut play.
Oh.
But you gotta be careful, Onyx. It's whatever we're seeing right now is not gonna reflect how good the early game was for Onyx.
Yep.
What I can say is they have done well to take care of their side of the map. Because look at that tier 1 in mid.
Oh, yeah.
It's still standing there like rock hearts in seasons 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's still there.
It's still there.
24 minutes in.
They do not.
16 seasons.
Yep.
7 years.
7? Is it 7? Oh yeah.
It is. Together with
Wolf
Coach
would know.
Hayes.
Lah ketahuan nanti nih.
Coach Hayes would know.
And
Kelranya udah lihat tadi.
Wow. 7. But
Ini dia Lord yang menit 25, bos.
they have to find that perfect team fight.
Hey, you know what? Can you just take us back the moment before the game started when you said that this could be a fight where, because of how mid-range it is for both teams, it's gonna be just a mechanics battle, and
Yeah.
Whoa, wait,
we are
wait,
happy
wait,
to
wait.
see this.
That might be
What's
it.
the plan here? Are they just going to try and delay the retreat? Because look,
Oh,
there's a split push
Brusco-nya
on bottom. It's
ketahuan.
Chaknu and
They can-
Zaida.
Nobody should keep it
3
back.
Mar delaying it, forcing a freeze. And a blazing duet from Kelra. Brusco did make it back. Chaknu teleports through, forcing a response. Look at me, Mount Shocker gets a shortcut, and in comes 3 Mar. Oh, they're not
Nggak
fully
bisa
committed to
mundur
this just
harusnya.
yet. Final slash, no one home. And that wave that they left on bottom will get a push. TNC, they might lose an inhibitor, and the Mount Shocker on King Kong. King Kong lives. And Onyx save that inhibitor, calling that Lord in
Masih
mid.
kuat kayaknya.
Let's see, forced use the flicker,
Menit
almost
25,
baiting out
bos.
King Kong and almost actually successful with that
Lah
play.
ketinggalan itu
But
chipnya.
now this is tricky. Chaknu does not have the ultimate. Will probably have it soon on this defense. Lord matching in forward. Immortality is up on almost all of the members of Onyx. And only onto Chaknu. 3 Mar with a good angle.
Oh,
Gotta be
he
careful.
does come from there, calls in the shortcut, plus a final slash. Kelra, defensive,
sakitnya.
blazing duet, back, feather airstrike from Super
Parsanya
Prince, but it's out of
free
range.
gitu, Bang.
AOG,
Oh my
taking down
God.
Laxi. Chaknu falls as well. Where's the damage coming in from TNC? Onyx wiping him out slowly.
Gokil, 3-1.
Benny
Barang
falls.
mati bang itu.
Take us all the
Onyxnya.
way.
1-1.